Alright, the next thing we have to do is build the game board that we're going to play the game on. And again, there's a whole stack of these different tiles that we build the board out. And you see this one has a planet on it. There's some of these with the red outline. These are special systems. This is an asteroid field which you cannot travel through until you research the right technology, and then you can move through it, so it's impassable until then. You also have blank systems with no planets in them at all. Here's one with 2 planets in it. Another special system, a supernova, which nobody can ever cross through or go into because, well, it's a supernova. You have a nebula, which has some different effects. You can enter a nebula, but it causes some movement issues and targeting issues in combat. So we have all sorts of different systems here as we go through. And what we're going to do is someone will be randomly determined to be the first player that will go first. So let's say that it was the Sardak Nor. Our guy got selected first. So what we would do is we would shuffle up all of these different systems, and then we would pick 2 of them to remove. So we're going to get rid of 2 of them. We're not going to look to see what they are. We're just going to put them back in the box so that we have the right number of systems to place. Then each race is going to get dealt out to them some systems. Alright, so we've dealt out the remaining systems into 6 equal piles of 5 systems each. So everybody gets 5 systems that they're going to play, and we would spread those out to the people who we're playing with. So we're just going to push them out to different positions here on the table. Alright, then we find this planet, a special planet here, called Mexicatl Rex. This was the seat of the empire that has fallen. So this is the old seat of the Galactic Empire, and that's going to be exactly in the middle of our map. So we're going to place that out here towards the middle of the table. Alright, so we'll put that right out here about the middle of our table. And then what happens next is each player decides what side of Mexicatl Rex they want to be on, starting with the first player and then going around clockwise as people are sitting. So let's say that we decide we want to be on this side of the planet. We're going to start here. Well, the next person will be the Universities of Jolnar here, and he says, well, I think I'm going to be up here, and so forth and so on. So everybody goes around, they kind of look to see who's where, and they all pick their side of the planet. So now we have where the home systems are going to be set. And then what you do is you kind of drag your systems back in a straight line. You got Mexicatl Rex in the center. And then starting with the first player, which this time was us, the Sardak Nor, we would take a look at our planet systems that we were dealt. So here's what we were dealt. We were dealt a supernova, a nice 2-planet system. This is a wormhole system. There are 2 wormholes in the game, an A wormhole and a B wormhole. And if 2 A tiles or 2 B tiles pop up, then that connects a wormhole, and they get treated as adjacent spaces. So we have one end of the B wormhole. We have another nice 2-planet system. And we have another 2-planet system. So we have a pretty good starting setup to go with. And generally when you're placing planets, you want to put the best planets you have nearest to you so you can go out and settle those planets or conquer those planets early in the game to get their resources and their influence, because that's what you use to buy things and to influence things in the politics of the game. So since we're going first, we're going to complete 3 full rings of these planet system cards around Mexicatl Rex. So that's in the middle. So we get to go first. We can place one of these anywhere we want to near Mexicatl Rex. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to start by putting a wormhole card over here to the side. And we can put this anywhere we want. So we just line it up on one side and we drop it. And then everybody else goes around in turn and fills in the spaces. So it goes around clockwise. So the person on the left would then look at their planets, and they would decide that they're going to put this asteroid field over here. And then the next player would look, and they're going to put this planet with empty space over here on this side. And the next player would look at theirs, and they would be, okay, I'm going to put a empty system down here. And so forth and so on. We go around. Here's another empty system the next player would decide to play. Now, then the other player, the last player, would play another one. Now, you cannot play in the second ring until you've filled in the whole first ring. So I couldn't come at this time and put one here. I'd actually have to fill in the ring. So this is the first ring of our board around Mexicano Rex. And you notice that there's a lot of empty systems there, mainly because most of the time you want to keep systems closer to you. So everybody will tend to try to put their empty systems or their systems that aren't going to help them too much, or they might put something that will be something that will block the movement from another race to make it harder to get to Mexicano Rex. There are some advantages to having this planet. It does have a 6th influence, so sometimes people really like to get that planet in the middle of the board. So now we'll be back to our turn. So we look at our remaining planets. Now, since the last time we placed a wormhole, we placed a system without a planet. This time we have to place a system with a planet. You can't go 2 turns in a row without placing a planet system. So we look through. We can't play the supernova because we didn't play a planet system last time. So we have these 3 systems to choose from. So we're going to put one that's going to be pretty close to us here. So we'll pick this one here, and we're going to set it right there closest to where our position is going to be. And then again, everybody would go around. Everybody has to place a planet this time because last time they didn't place any planets. So, alright, so we've gone around another round. Everybody's placed another planet. We still haven't filled in that second ring, so we just continue to go around again. So it's our turn again now, so we're going to look at what we have left. And this time we could place our supernova. We have these 2 double planet cards, which we might want to try to hang on to and place closer to us when we get to the 3rd ring. The other thing is that when we get to a point where the placement for our home system is available, then we place it. And it's going to be 3 systems away from Mexicano Rex. So here's Mexicano Rex, 1, 2. The 3rd system has to be our home system. So here is our home system. Zoom out just a little bit if I can. So I placed our home system right here for Sadak Nor. That's in our position. That doesn't count as my placement for this round. So I can still actually place another planet. So I place that, and then I'm looking and I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to put this supernova over here, away from me, where it might cause some problems for somebody else later on, that they can't pass through that terrain. And then we just go around again. Everybody adding one to this ring will complete the second ring, and we'll have all the home systems, it looks like, out after this one.